And in it, one of the things you stress is that we are what we eat.
Yes,
which
we
means
are.
I've been a mass of potato chips and fries.
Well, actually,
Yes.
you see, the way I respond to food may not be the way you respond to food. We know people who say, I can eat anything I want and I never gain weight. We have other people who say, all I have to do is look at food and I start to gain weight. Well, that's because we have different metabolic responses to food.
Absolutely.
Now, if you understand that, then you can create a diet for a person that will be appropriate for them, in that there are certain foods that could speed up your body's metabolism by 25%, which no exercise in the world can do.
Yeah, do you know what those foods are,
Yes,
perhaps?
yes.
Could you leave me a list when you leave?
Yeah. They're essentially foods with bitter, pungent, and astringent taste. And there are herbs with the same taste that will do the same thing. And those are the things that your body needs, in fact, and would want to have if given the right choices. You see, what happens is we get so programmed in our society by external cues, because there's media, there's advertising, there's all pills, and they tell us what's good for us. But if we were to listen to our own bodies, the inner intelligence of the human body is the ultimate and supreme genius. It mirrors the wisdom of the universe. And
it really is a miracle, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. You know, a human body can do infinite things all at the same time and correlate them with each other. A human body can think thoughts, digest food, get rid of toxins, play a piano, make a new baby all at the same time, and do all these activities at the same time. That's why when you said, how can I talk to every cell in my body? Well, when you're speaking to yourself, you're in fact speaking to every little cell in your body.
And so what is important is what you're telling yourself about yourself.
It's your internal dialogue. Somebody inside of you is having a conversation with themselves all the time. They never shut up, even in sleep, even in dreams. It's going on. And this internal dialogue is being reflected in your body as all these space-time events that are happening. In fact, how we experience time, how we experience food, how we experience relationships, how we experience our universe determines every little event in our body.
How did you come to know all this? I know you were chief of staff at New England Memorial Hospital for a while, and that you were a practicing doctor just like all the other doctors out there, not talking this kind of talk.
You know, I became aware that our medical training, despite the fact that it gives us all the facts, it doesn't tell us how to do these things. So I went back to my own country, India. I came across a science called Ayurveda, which is 6,000 years old and has its roots in ancient India. Ayurveda, it means science of life.
Yeah.
And I looked at the science behind that, and I found that here's some really ancient wisdom that you can look at through the eyes of modern science. And there are techniques here, not only to change your body weight, but to get rid of addictions, to influence how the aging process takes place, to influence the very experience of time itself.
Well, so that means that's why so many diets fail for so many people, because what's right for one body isn't necessarily right for another. And so when you get put on a blanket, quote, diet it's not necessarily what your body
wants. And if you were taking what your body really needs and wants, you'd achieve that ideal balance without any problems. In fact, I have a whole series on just weight control through the science of Ayurveda. I'd be happy to send it to people or to you if you want, because I had the same problem. You know, I'm the same body type as you are. We're both Kapha body types.
What does that mean?
Kapha means hypometabolic. We like to enjoy ourselves and take it easy and have a nice time. And our
drink
bodies,
a little wine.
our bodies like that. And therefore, our bodies also need food that is sometimes stimulating and can override that hypometabolic tendency to speed it up now and then.
But you say one of the things that you should do is never eat with people you don't like.
Because your state of awareness will influence how your food is metabolized. There was a study done in Ohio State University where they were feeding rabbits diets that were extremely high in cholesterol. And they found, to their amazement, there was one group of rabbits that never got the high cholesterol levels. After a while, they found out that the technician who was feeding these rabbits, instead of just throwing the food at them, he would stroke them and pet them and cuddle them and kiss them and then feed them the same poisonous food. But now, as a result of that experience of happiness, they made chemicals inside their brain and the body that turned the cholesterol into a completely different metabolic pathway, making the crucial difference between life and death from what kills more people in our civilization than anything else. So it's not just the food you eat, but what your awareness, what your consciousness, and your state of emotions is at the time you're eating. It will metabolize the food into an appropriate or inappropriate metabolic
And that's
pathway.
why if you're somebody like me who's a stressful eater, you eat, and rather than confront whatever the problem is, you eat to ease the stress.
Well, then
it turns into something else.
Yes. See, your state of mind can convert nectar into poison and the other way around too, poison into nectar. What happens inside your body is influenced by your consciousness. So it's very important. In fact, one of the things I tell people is if you're not feeling good, skip the meal at that time till you feel good, till you can relax, till you can enjoy it. The whole purpose, eating is a very enjoyable act. And when we eat, if we're enjoying it, then we metabolize it correctly.
Well, Dr. Chopra says that people with different body types have different personalities. Coming up, we'll help you classify yourself and tell you how your body type can determine your behavior. We'll be back.